And we are back on Sportsman Radio. I'm your host, Chris Schenfeld, and I'm now joined by Murray State quarterback Parks Frazier. Thanks for joining the show, Parks. How's it going?
Going pretty good.
Well, I'm going to start this interview off by asking you some personal questions first, and then we'll get to your football career. Does that sound cool?
Sounds like a plan.
All right, man. What's your favorite TV show and movie?
TV show, I watch The Office a lot, and Family Guy are probably my top two. I watch them just about every night, over and over, and they never get old. Movie, that's a tough one. My Do You Remember the Titans is probably one of my all-time favorites. Kind of get the blood pumping a little bit.
All right, you can't go wrong with that one. Favorite thing to eat?
I've always been a pizza guy. Pizza is my favorite food.
How about favorite toppings on a pizza? I mean, my favorite is sausage and garlic, man. Can't go wrong with that.
Sausage and garlic is good. I've never really had a certain favorite. I like the Supreme. I usually kind of go, pepperoni is kind of a go-to, but I've never really been a picky eater, so I can
whatever comes your way.
Of it. That's right.
Favorite thing to do in your free time?
Ever since I stopped playing baseball in high school, I picked up golf. So that's kind of one thing that I like to do a lot is I'll go out and play whenever I can. Not usually during the season, but in the off season, I usually try and play as much as I can. So,
except for football, what is your favorite sport? Would you say it's baseball, golf, maybe a different one?
That's tough. I've always been, ever since I was little, it's whatever sport had a ball, I was playing it. So I've kind of been one of those guys. But I'd say it's probably have to be baseball just because I've been doing it all my life. But here lately, golf's kind of putting up a tough fight with it, I'd say.
Do you have a favorite NFL team?
Gotta be the Titans. I usually try and attend a game every year. And I grew up in Mississippi. We're only a few hours away from there. I've got family in Nashville, so I've always been a Titans fan.
All right, if you're able to meet any famous person, who would that be and why?
I'd have to go with Peyton Manning probably, just because I've always admired the way that he plays. Feel like I've always been a smart player, I guess, as far as that's where I try and that's where I try and make the plays with my head more so with my abilities, and so I try to kind of watch him and see what he does, and I really admire the way that he plays. So I think I'd probably like to meet him and ask him, kind of pick his brain a little bit more.
Hey, man, maybe that dream will come true, and maybe you'll be attending the Manning quarterback football camp that just went by not too long ago, right?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Do you have a pregame ritual, something you do before every single game?
I say a prayer, a personal prayer. But other than that, I go out and walk the field, kind of get used to the turf I'm going to be playing on, and other than that, though, nothing really specific.
All right, man, let's start talking about your football career now. First things first, when did you start playing football?
I played ever since I was probably, 5th grade, Little League. Been playing ever since then, and played all through junior high school, and then in college. So I've been fortunate enough to continue that. So.
And I see as a junior in high school you threw for over 1,500 yards, 12 touchdowns, and also rushed for over 800 yards, 9 touchdowns. And as a senior you threw for over 2,800 yards and 21 touchdowns. Both of those years you were a South Prep quarterback. I know you also had some success in baseball. Like you mentioned earlier, you played baseball for a while. Why did you decide to play football in college and not baseball?
Well, that was actually a really tough decision for me. Growing up and even, my younger years in high school, I thought baseball was going to be my thing, And then kind of as high school, went along, I started to grow a little bit. And, once I started, our football team had a little more success, and it's you just get a rush in football that you just can't get in anything else, just the team aspect of it, and just being under the lights, it's just something that it's hard to explain, but that's what got me.
All right, and I see before Murray State, you attended Northeast Mississippi Community College, and you led that school to the playoffs for the first time in over 10 years. What was it like to have that type of an impact, not only on your school, but on the football team?
Oh, it was awesome. It was something you could see, too, just going back. And I was fortunate enough to, when I transferred back to Northeast, that, I came in, we had a great defense. That helped us win a lot of games, and I had lots of skill guys, and I just kind of stepped into a good situation there, and we ended up making a good run, and got beat. Actually, a couple of my teammates now were on the team that beat us in the overtime in the first round of playoffs that year, but it was fun. It was good to see the community really got behind the football team, and I think, since then, I think they've made strides, and, I think they just built a new field house there, and, so it's been cool to see how that's kind of affected the community there, so.
You guys are listening to Sportsman Radio. I'm your host, Chris Schanfeld, talking with Murray State quarterback Parks Frazier. Parks, can you tell us why you decided to switch colleges and how Murray State won you over?
It was, you mean switching from to go to Northeast or to leave Northeast?
To leave Northeast.
Well, it's just, I was junior college, and I knew that playing quarterback, you want to get into a system as quick as possible, to learn the system and as many years as I could have in the next school, that I was going to be going to, the better off I'd be. So, it was a tough decision, but, when I saw the opportunity at Murray State, we had a great quarterback last year in Casey, and, to be able to learn under him, and, that was a great experience, and I just kind of saw a great opportunity with a great offense. I love the players when I came on my visit, and love the coaching staff, so it was just kind of a great fit.
And how would you say Murray State University is treating you so far?
It's been great. It's been really great. I love the school, the town. The town kind of reminds me of my hometown. It's just, I think like a year ago we got rated like the friendliest town in America or something like that. It's like nothing ever goes wrong, but it's great. Almost, lots of people, especially during the school year. It's really fun. So.
All right, and what are you expecting to do this season? Are you expecting to be the Racers' starting quarterback, or do you plan on being a backup this season and help the team out in as many ways as possible?
Well, of course, I expect to start. All the quarterbacks on the team that are competing for the job right now are expecting to start. But ultimately, that's the thing is I just want to be able to help my team in whatever way I can. If that means that I'm the backup, then I'm the backup. As long as I can. If me competing for the job, and I just feel like all of us competing for the job, is making all of us better, and ultimately, that's making our team better, and that's what's important. So, but like you said, whatever I can do to help the team, that's what I'm going to do. So, that's pretty much what it comes down to. We're all trying to get that ring.
And being a quarterback, Parks, what is something about your game that you feel really confident in, and what is something that you feel that you could work on, if anything?
Like I said, but I'd say it's probably one of my strong points is, like I said before, I try and use my head, try and outsmart people. I've never been really the gifted athlete as far as being able to throw it really far, being able to run really fast, but I've always been able to, I've always been smart enough to where I could use that to my advantage. Unfortunately, I feel like sometimes that hurts me a little bit. I try and think too much, and this just kind of slows me down, I guess. And especially in this offense, we go so fast that you have to be able to clear your mind sometimes and just play instead of trying to think about everything. And that's been one of the main adjustments. But other than that, just as a quarterback, you can always work on footwork and arm strength, footwork in the pocket, and you can always work on arm strength. So that's been my main focus this summer.
All right, now those are some pretty interesting characteristics that you pointed out positively, and now this is a question that might be tough to answer, but if you were able to compare yourself to any quarterback currently playing in the NFL today, who do you think that would be?
Oof, that is a tough question. There's so many good ones out there. I guess I'd have to say Peyton Manning though, just because, like I said before, trying to use your head, trying to outthink people, and of course he's got all those abilities, but just being able to use your head to win games, I'd say that's one of my strong points too. So
hey, you can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with the Manning. Now, Parks,
right.
I've had your center, Harris Biven, on the show, and he sounds really excited about this season. What are your thoughts on this year's Murray State Racers football team, and how do you feel about the team?
Oh, I feel great. We've got several guys this summer that are here working out, and it's a lot of energy. We didn't have the season that we wanted last year. Which was kind of a letdown, but I think ever since the day the season ended, you could sense something that nobody wants that to happen again. And ever since we had a good spring, this summer, guys are focused, and we got some guys in here that have won rings before, and they know what it takes to win a ring, and so we have high expectations for our team this year. That's for sure.
What would you say is the most memorable play of your football career thus far?
Most memorable play.
Whether it's at Murray State or not.
I'd have to say in high school, I guess it'd be a game. It's just one of those games where it's like nothing can go wrong. Everybody has those games at some point in their career, and we were having this game, and it ended up being a busted play where our receiver ran a wrong route, but it ended up I threw the wrong route and he ran the wrong route, but we were on the same page, but we were both wrong. But it ended up being a touchdown just because it's one of those things where, like I said, nothing can go wrong. But that's just kind of always been something we kind of laughed about. It was funny, but that's a tough one. Memorable play. There's been so many plays in my career. I don't know. That's a tough one.
All right, now you're entering your junior year. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Have you had any thoughts of entering the NFL or any football league at that, like the CFL or AFL?
I mean, obviously that's a dream. It's an opportunity. I'd have to win the job, obviously, for that to happen. But I mean, if the opportunity presents itself, that'd be something that I would definitely consider doing. But at this time, I'm focused on one thing, and that's helping our team win a ring this year. And if I can win the job, then that's what I'm trying to do. So.
And let's say the Murray State Racers coaching staff does name Parks Frazier as starting quarterback. What would your expectations be for this upcoming season?
For me or for the team?
Actually, both.
For the team, I mean, obviously a ring, and then for me, just be doing what I can to get everybody involved. That's the thing about this offense is the quarterback doesn't have to do a whole lot just because we've got so many great players, and we got so many guys out there that they can make my job really easy, and that's just get them the ball as quickly as possible and let them make the plays, and I just sit back and enjoy the show. But that's pretty much just trying to get everybody involved and help our team be as successful as we possibly can.
That sounds great. Now, I believe you guys opened the season off against the Missouri Tigers, University of Missouri. Any specific games that you're looking forward to playing this season?
Obviously that one. I mean, it's the first one, and it's going to be a good hostile environment, good stadium, SEC opponent. Other than that, though, I obviously look forward to Jacksonville State. That's always a big game. Eastern Illinois, they were the champions last year. I mean, really, the OVC is always a tight conference. Anybody can win it in any year, and so every game is a big game. But for the most part, I guess those games are probably the ones that we're looking forward to right now, I guess.
Hey, sounds great. Parks, I'm wishing you nothing but the best, man. I really appreciate your time. It was a pleasure having you on the show. Before I let you go, is there anything you'd like to plug on the air for myself and our listeners?
I'm sorry? Say it again?
Is there anything you'd like to plug on the air for myself and our listeners before I let you go?
Oh, just appreciate it. Thanks for having me, and I guess everybody look out for the Murray State races this year. Hopefully we can make a name for ourselves.
Sounds great, man. I'll be watching out for you guys. Best of luck and take care.
I appreciate it.